Chatelet brothers and sisters. On the 22nd of September 2016, the Australian Broadcasting Corporation aired a program entitled Hack Live, Aussie Patriots. However, this program was not aired live but instead on a delay, which enabled the communist faggots at the ABC to make edits in favour of their evil globalist agenda. This video will present an unedited version, providing a true and accurate account of what really went down when Blair Cottrell showed up on Hack Live and they got fucking wrecked. Praise Keck.
Even though that symbol was so closely tied with a violent riot targeting Middle Eastern people in 2005.
Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
Bullshit! Nayuka, what do you make of the Southern Cross? Do you think it will be forever tainted, or do you think it can be something we can be proud of?
I hope it's not forever tainted. There are dreaming stories about the Southern Cross, and it's not unique to Australia. It's the Southern Hemisphere, right? Is that... I'm not a scientist, whatever. Mathematician, whatever. Yeah, so...
You're a fucking idiot.
Sarah, do you think it's a symbol, you know, the Southern Cross and the flag for that matter, it's a symbol that only belongs to white Australia, or do you feel like it's inclusive?
No, of course it's for every Australian. You know, like, I have an Australia jumper that I wear, you know, wherever I go. It doesn't matter. It's not just for Australia. The Australian flag is, like, no, sorry, it's for all Australians, not just non-Muslim Australians. Like, I feel like you forget that Islam isn't a nationality. Anyone could be Muslim. Like how there are so many Australians, even white Australians, who are Muslim.
You're addressing me now?
What?
What country you from?
What?
What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what?
What?
English, motherfucker! Do you speak it?
Yeah.
Describe what Marcellus Wallace looks like.
What?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
What?
Islam is exclusive. Anyone outside of Islam is regarded as kafir or infidel until they are converted either by fear, force or terror.
But wait. I can be Australian and Muslim. You get that, right? It's a nationality.
Or white Australian.
How can you be Australian? How can you be Australian when you are supposed to support Sharia law above all other law when Australia is democracy?
No, you're meant to follow the law that you're living in, you know. We're living in
Until
Australia.
you populate the country enough that you can take it over.
Can I just say something? You've you've actually made comments, public comments, that you're at war, and you've made somewhat threatening comments about our own government. And you've referred back early in this conversation, starting this evening, that you're basically at war, and that includes maybe perhaps members of law enforcement and things like that. That was online.
Nope.
So that sounds a bit... you sound more threatening than me.
I'm far more frightened of the far right than I am of Islamic terrorism.
Wait, what?
I'm far more frightened of the far right than I am of Islamic terrorism.
All right, I want to pick up from there because we're actually about to hit the end of the show, and we've heard, you know, some really diverse opinions and some big arguments, let's face it, on the show tonight. But the real question is how we move forward as a nation in a way where we're not tearing each other apart.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
Any ideas, Clinton? Because obviously there's some views that some people find really offensive, even your own views. So how do we move forward, you know, having these discussions without tearing each other apart?
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
This is the way you do it. What we're doing now, an open discussion, is how you go about it. We get ideas, you know, we toss things around and we'll come up with a solution. My own point of view at the moment is that we've got to stop Islamic immigration. And it's got to stop now because of the genuine fear that I have for myself, my family and my friends.
Andrew, how do you think we can have these conversations? It's one that we're having. We've got 4 One Nation senators who'll be bringing it up in the Senate. How do we have this without it being really destructive?
Well, I mean, the good thing here is that we're able to sit around, even though there's some tensions here, and to discuss issues. And the problem occurs when you don't have that. You know, you have people talking in silos.
What the fuck are you talking about?
So that the One Nation senators get together and they talk to each other and they explain to us how, the world's being, all these conspiracies, etc., etc.
Do you think there's a way you can express your pride and your passion in Australia without being divisive?
Divisive? What do you mean by divisive?
Well, you're dividing people, one group from another.
I'm not dividing anybody. I arrived on this scene quite recently. I'm young. There was already division when I arrived in this society. I'm merely pointing it out to you, so do not shoot the messenger. What I do does not divide people further. People are dividing themselves all in their own. I'm trying to say that if you aren't united with your own people, then you'll be in trouble.
But it's the way you define your own people which is problematic. It instantly divides people because you put Muslims outside of that.
Muslims put us outside of their category.
How?
All right, Lydia, what do you think? Is there a way to move forward and have this national conversation in a constructive way?
I would hope so. What I'd like to say is that we actually need to listen to experts.
Every Muslim believes in jihad. Jihad is part of Islam, just Salah is part of Islam. Today, the kuffar, they want us to delete this aspect of our deen. And you can understand just in the simple fact of what is the definition of jihad. If you understand, who do you do jihad against? You don't do jihad against Muslims. Jihad is against the kuffar. So is there any kind of come as a surprise why they don't want Muslims to believe in jihad? Because they don't want us to do jihad against them.
We actually need to listen to experts.
When the Islamic ruling system is established, like you said, we're going to give them a choice. We're going to consult them, give them choice of therapy, and tell them to abandon their homosexual lifestyle. And if they don't, either leave, or if you want to be here, then you're going to be face a punishment as a criminal.
What's the punishment?
Of throwing off a cliff when you have a homosexual sodomy.
We actually need to listen to experts.
Jihad is a foreign policy to expand the Islamic authority all over the world.
نعم، ما نعتقده أن جميع الأرض لا بد أن تكون تحت حكم الإسلام. لا يخرج عن ذلك ذرة واحدة منه.
نحتل العالم من أجل أن تنتصر كلمة لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله على قبة موسكو وواشنطن وباريس.
We actually need to listen to experts.
और अल्लाह ताला फरमाते हैं इमरान सूरह नंबर 3 आयत नंबर 85 में कि इस्लाम के अलावा कोई भी बगैर मज़हब अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला कबूल नहीं करेंगे। तो दीन के मामले में हम जानते हैं इस्लाम ही सिर्फ सही दीन है, इसीलिए हम दूसरे दीन का प्रोपगेशन अलाउ नहीं करते।
We actually need to listen to experts.
نخصبهم وسوف ننزل وسوف ننجب منهم لأننا سوف نفتح بلادهم.
We actually need to listen to experts.
والذي نضع وإياكم حجر الأساس لقيادة العالم بقيادة إسلامية.
We actually need to listen to experts.
Islam will dominate. That's what it will be.
We actually need to listen to experts.
صوت yine zarbu abiler. Uzaklar bizimdir birader. 21 biter bugün doğmuşum. Patlayan ekstazi kafama bum bum. Allah Ekber!